Good morning, and welcome to the first episode of a new series. I run the Road to 1 Million podcast. My name is Josh Belk. I run Belk Detailing as well. And this podcast, this channel, this journey is really about us growing our detailing company. And part of that is by learning through other people. That's what the podcast is. But part of it is also my own journey and learning from my own mistakes and helping you guys who are listening through mistakes that I've made and successes I've had. With that being said, in this new series on the Road to 1 Million podcast channel is going to be documenting day to day my journey, my business. I'm going to be showing you guys insights into sales, marketing, advertising, problems with the team, problems with vehicles, little shortcuts that we find when it comes to whether it's window tinting, detailing, ceramic coatings, client communication, customer service, all of these things. I'm going to be sharing just a little bit of an insight into all that. So I can't wait to bring you guys along. I'm going to try to show you guys as much as I possibly can day to day. Well, it's day one. I'm driving to pick up my brother right now. He is dropping off a car that we had at the shop. We picked it up 2 days ago. So I am going to pick him up right now from that person's house and then take him back to the shop. And I've got a Corvette that I am going to be picking up from the detail shop and running it over to the window tint shop to get some tint put on it. So I'll bring you guys along. Well, we're here at the detail shop and the Corvette has been dropped off. So I'm gonna take this thing over to the window tint shop. I've got my insurance here, carry this with me every time I ever drive a customer's vehicle, just in case I get pulled over or God forbid, an accident happens. So I get this thing taken over to the tint shop and I'll check in with you guys in a minute. So this is our tint shop here. It is in Nixa, which is like 12 minutes south of where our detail shop is. And this is where we're going to be temporarily until we can find a place to get everyone in-house. But because it's hard to find a spot in a good location that we want it, that's the size we want it, and that's affordable, there's a lot of things there. So we are looking, and until then, we will be here. So that's the waiting area. We've got the Corvette pulled back here, and Chris has already applied the, we don't use dryer sheets, but we use the soap, just a bar of soap, to do these windshields and back glass so that we can slide the film on it. So we're gonna be doing 50% Pro Nano ceramic tint from GeoShield on that front windshield, and then we'll do 35% on the sides and the back glass. So one thing we noticed about this cutout is that it is not the exact match. There is a little section here at the top where the rear view mirror is on the inside. It needs to be cut out, and so we plotted this off, but it's not the right fit. So we're gonna take that off and then put some tape down, some cutting tape around that edge there, so that way we don't risk cutting the glass, and we can guide our cut a little bit better so that that pattern on the windshield actually fits. And while Chris works on the Corvette, I'm going to be working on getting some little gift cards ready for some of our customers that are just interested in window tint. We're probably gonna be handing these out to people, just kind of putting them in the car as like a way to incentivize people to refer their friends, family, or they can even use them themselves for window tinting services. So I'm gonna be working on getting these cards ready, and check back in a minute. So Chris has got the windshield tint installed. Now he's just starting the squeegee. We've got the dash towel down here to protect against the the water, and then a soak rope in there too. Some of these cards you can't use a soak rope. Did you use one on this one?
No, on this one I actually was able to use the towel as kind of like a combo soak rope and dash towel.
Okay.
No room for the soak rope on this one.
Yeah. It's got such a long windshield. These windshields are a pain in the freaking butt sometimes. You can't mess up. Contamination, because they're gonna see it. So this is what I got so far for the gift cards. So we're gonna try to put that expiration date only like 3 or 6 months out. Right now it's a little bit further out, but by the time we get them and start passing them out, that'll be about 6 months or so. So the goal is just to hand these out to businesses that we work with and our customers, and they can use this to give to people, whether it's for birthdays or Christmas. Black Friday's coming around, and so it's a great way to, they can throw their name on the back of it. They're gonna be nice plastic cards, so that way they will be nice and professional looking, and hopefully it'll incentivize some more referrals. All right, got this thing pulled around. This thing is such a pain to get in and out of. This thing looks pretty good. 50% on the windshield, 35% on the side windows and the back glass. Although we don't tint that since it's an engine bay cover. We just don't tint that. If someone asked for it, I would, but that's just not standard. So we got this Charger pulled in over here, and we're gonna be doing taillight tint on it. Funny enough, we actually busted out the old tail light. Is this the busted one?
Right here, yeah.
So it's right there, right?
Yep.
So yeah, that spot. Austin was using the little wheel, spins around to get the lettering off of, because we were gonna do the tail light tints last week, and he busted it. So we ordered a replacement. That was $200. So that completely ate into all of our profit on this job, but that's part of business sometimes. So we ordered a new one. It came in yesterday. We're gonna get that replaced and then tint that back tail light, so it'll look just like these ones right here that have already been smoked out.
But the ideal candidate for taillight PBF.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and take this thing back. I'm in the Corvette here. I'm gonna take this thing back to the detailing shop. Chris is gonna work on that Charger tail light, the tail light tint, and I'm gonna have to head back there here in a minute to meet another customer, but I'm gonna get this thing back so that the boys can start working on the ceramic coating on this, and hopefully get it done today. Well, just got back here to the tint shop and the Charger's pulled around, so I'm wondering if this thing is already done. Yeah, it looks like it. Looks really good. So here's the finished product on the tail lights out in the sun. They look great. She pointed out a little bubble over here. Looks like Chris got that water out. So we're gonna let her know, and she'll come pick this up here in just a minute. Here's the next vehicle. It's a Ford Expedition trimmer. Love these Expedition trimmers. These things are so nice. So we're going to match that back tint, or the front tint, to the back, which the back's reading at 17% VLT. So that'll mean we need to put 20% film on that, and it'll be almost a perfect match. We're just gonna be doing our carbon tint on this. So Chris is gonna be plotting that out right now. 20% carbon, right?
20% carbon.
Let's do it. Well, the Expedition's all done. That didn't take very long. Chris is able to knock these out pretty quick when it's just the front two. So it's got a pretty stinking good match on that. One thing I'm always throwing in every single customer's vehicle is this little thing right here. So they can scan that code and it takes us to our Google review, and there's a little bit more information on the back that just talks about things that they need to know about the window tint. So I'm gonna pull this thing around for her and she'll be good to go. So the girl with the Expedition just picked up, and the people with the Charger, they're picking up now. Chris is just kind of talking to them, explaining to them that the PPF will take a little bit to dry out. But I got a new video uploaded on our website for the ceramic coating page. The old one was super dated, so this new one we just finished shooting, and Lorraine, my virtual assistant, she edited it. And so this one will just, I think it'll look a little bit more professional, and I think it'll do a little bit of a better job of explaining to our customers that are interested in a ceramic coating what it is, does it make sense for them. This one's actually in the new shop. The last one was in the old shop. So I think that this stuff is super important, just putting new content up on your website, whether it's photos and videos, and just trying to stay up to date with the website. I make small changes here and there. I think this stuff's important. So make sure these people are good, taken care of, and then I'm gonna head over to the detail shop and grab some lunch. Gosh, I'm getting hungry. Well, I'm back from lunch, and here at the detail shop, car wash, hybrid, whatever the hell you call it. So you gotta park in the middle of the frickin' road. Long story. Another reason why we kind of want to move out from here. So let's check in with the guys and see what's going on. Looks like they got a Hummer they're working on. There's Jared. Jared, say hi.
What's up?
What are you doing?
I'm polishing a vet.
All right. That's the one we tinted earlier. And there's Chris again.
Nothing.
Hello.
Oh, you're gonna have to look at that.
So how did you quote this, Blake?
I don't
You don't know?
How did I quote it?
Yeah.
350 plus 100.
Yeah. Well, Blake's not in a very good mood. I guess that customer told him that it wasn't stains. It was pretty clean, and looks like they left the sunroof open, and water was in the carpet, and the carpet was still wet. So that's the reality of talking to customers sometimes, is they don't know how to explain the condition, or they just don't know what the condition is. So that always makes it difficult for us to quote them in person, you know, whenever they've told us something totally different over the phone. So he quoted that 350 plus 100, so $450 for an interior. So probably should have been a little bit higher. Sounds like it's going to be not a fun job. So I'm going to hang out over here and help Jared instead. What else have you done so far?
Pretty much everything. This is the last bit.
You already polished all the rest of the paint?
Yep.
What about the glass?
Should be done. I did my side.
We'll have to call Austin and see if he did his side. We always polish the glass too.
He did the windshield for sure.
Austin did the windshield?
Yep.
Okay. That way, whenever we do a ceramic coating on it, it bonds, and any old coatings are actually removed. The reality of owning a business, or working in a small business for that matter, is that sometimes it's freaking stressful. Sometimes you're gonna be upset, you're gonna be in a bad mood. And I usually just let that be. You know, you're better off if someone's in a bad mood, just letting them deal with it. I mean, I'm gonna help them out a little bit, but try not to fix it there and then. I think we have a tendency, especially as men, to want to fix things immediately. Sometimes you just got to let someone be mad for a little while, and then they cool down, and you can actually have a better conversation with them later. So I was just telling Jared that I got off the phone with a lady that was interested in a ceramic coating while I was at lunch, and I was like, this lady is probably 7 years old. She got a 2026 Chevy Equinox. And I'm like, there's no way that this lady's gonna hand wash her car. I'm like, she probably doesn't need a ceramic coating. And in talking to her, she was like, yeah, I watched your video, and I saw that you said that it needs to be hand washed. So I think this is small enough that I can hand wash it. I'm not gonna be taking it through the car wash. I was like, well, never judge a book by its cover. Sometimes people end up surprising me in that sense. So that's why it's always important to ask questions. So Jared and Austin already did the paint correction. It was really just 3D1 with a yellow pad, just to make sure that there was no little defects left on the paint caused from transport from the dealership, or from the factory to the dealership rather, and make sure that there's no coatings on the paint. And now Jared's doing alcohol wipe down to make sure that any polish residue is removed. And then we'll go ahead and put Crystal Serum Light on from G-Technic. And then we're gonna put glass armor on the paint. We've got CSL here. And then we've got the glass armor in the mini fridge over here. This is the stuff we're gonna be using on the paint, or on the glass rather. We'll do 2 coats on the windshield and 1 on the side windows. We keep those coatings in the mini fridge there to make them last a little bit longer. We're gonna get finished up on this. Coating is going down. Austin's working on this side, Jared on that side. Basically just split the car in half. Who did the windows? Jared? Good job. Howdy, Sergey. How's it going? Are you making good progress on your stains?
You mean you're not stains?
You're not stains?
They're not stains.
The stains that were never there?
Yeah. How are those not stains coming along?
So basically what ended up happening with that Hummer was the customer booked online, and then Blake reached out, and whenever he reached out, he asked her if she had any concerns, if there was any stains, and she mentioned that the sunroof had been left open and that there wasn't any stains. And I'm assuming that he probably asked if there was water that had been sitting in the car, and it didn't sound like she really thought it was a big deal. But whenever Blake got into it, he realized that there is a thick layer of water underneath the foam, and so that's basically just gonna have to be aired out. And yeah, at this point, it's been sitting for so long, it probably needs to be replaced. So there's only so much that we can really even do. She mentioned that it kind of smells, which is probably the mildew. So we just did what we could, really and truly, and it needs to be replaced. There's only so much that we could do, and we're going to explain that to her. But sometimes this is what you get into. The customer just doesn't understand. Maybe they don't really know what happened to their car. So it's up to us to reach out and let them know. Ideally beforehand, before we get started on it, but sometimes it's after you get started on it and you run into these things, and sometimes it's halfway through the job. So we just do our best to give them a call and let them know what we found and really what we would recommend doing at this point. So we're gonna get this thing finished up. It's almost done, at least as far as what we can do. And Austin and Jared are finishing up ceramic coating the Corvette.
I think that door and that fender was one towel worthy. So it should have been good. The door and the fender, I even did down here though. I didn't switch until I got to here. So I think But the fender was the same thing I saw. That was the first panel. What I'm saying though is I used too much product and then forgot which side was the dry side. I think it might have just been
So they were trying a new towel method. They were only using 1 towel to do the ceramic coating, and then they were gonna just throw away the towel after doing like 2 sections.
Yeah.
But then they ended up high spotting several doors.
Yeah.
So we had to go back and buff it off and then reapply the coating. So no more 1 towel method.
Yeah.
I think we just need to buy 2
different color
color towels.
Well, I didn't know. Freaking Oppenheimer over here wanting to switch it up, make something new. The funny thing is, 2 towels are out, we still high spot. So I usually high spot too, and I didn't high spot. You did high spot on the headlight, and I caught it. Right there. This whole panel, I didn't high spot. You high spot about 4 panels. You might as well buy 1 spot per panel, which is only 3. You might as well apply it and just left it. Yeah, I just left it. That's exactly what I did.
It's done now. So you live and you learn. Blake, now that everything's done, what do you think about this job?
I think we did our best.
Yeah, that's what we do. Well, my day's pretty much wrapped up. Jared, say bye.
I'm out of here. See ya.
It's about 5 o'clock. I gotta go talk to Lorraine. Austin's talking to a customer back there. Blake and Sergey are over here finishing up that Hummer. It's basically done, so we're just gonna wait for the customer to come pick that up. I'm gonna give Lorraine a call, and then I'm done for the day. So, hope you guys enjoyed this first episode. And I have no idea how it's gonna come together. Let me know if you guys want more than this, or more of this, or if you want me to change something, or just give me some feedback in the comments. And this is the part of the video where everyone says to like, comment, and subscribe, I guess. So yeah, do all those things. See you on the next one.